Hello and welcome to Picture Astrology. In this video we will talk about the effects of Rahu Ketu transit which is occurring on September 22nd, 2020, in which Rahu will be moving to the sign of Taurus and Ketu will be moving to Scorpio sign. And here we will talk about general effects of Rahu Ketu for everybody, as well as we will talk about all the 12 moon sign or ascendants and see how this transit will be for each sign. So on September 22nd, Rahu will be moving to Taurus sign from Gemini and Ketu will be moving to Scorpio from Sagittarius. And this is an important parameter because the movement from one sign to another can determine many significance of a transit, as we will see further in the video. Now before we talk about specific effects of this transit, there are a couple of things or couple of basics which are must to be understood when we talk about any transits and its effect. And the first thing is that transits actually bring about the promise of the chart, much like the dasha system, which are used to time the events which are promised in a chart. Similarly, transits actually act as a very prominent factor in determining the fruition or finding the correct time when an event will happen. So a transit cannot give you what is not promised in a chart. And second most important thing is that transits, whenever we talk about of any planet, everybody usually says, okay, transit of planet in so and so sign or so and so house, and gives the effect, which is one right way to do. But very important thing is that transit of planets, especially Rahu and Ketu, which happens over a particular planet in your chart, that thing becomes very significant as well. So say Rahu is suppose moving in your 8th house, but the 8th house contains Mercury, just giving an example. Now in this case, the significance or effects of Mercury will be highly experienced during this transit of Rahu or Mercury. And as you can see in my videos from Rahu Ketu series about how Rahu and Ketu gives effect, they are basically like force multipliers. They are like the accelerators or decelerators. So Rahu's transit over a particular planet will produce much significant results according to that planet and its promise in your chart. And obviously we will not be talking about that, unfortunately, because that has to be actually looked at individually, in individual charts. So we will more talk about Rahu's transit in the 8th house. But if in your chart there is some planet which is in the 8th house, then the significance will be highly modified. One more important thing is Rahu Ketu takes 18 months to travel over one Rashi or one sign. That means Rahu and Ketu will remain in Taurus and Scorpio for next 18 months starting from September 2022. And all of these 18 months are not going to be all good or all bad. So that is a very important thing to remember. There are various factors which will affect your overall life. But yes, there are some things which can be said about this transit, and we will look into those in next few minutes. Now before we delve into individual ascendant or individual moon sign, here are a couple of important things which are in general true, especially about this transit of Rahu in Taurus and Ketu in Scorpio. And the very first thing is, as Rahu moves into Taurus, which is the beginning of Earth Trikona, or this is the first sign in the trinity of Earth sign. Taurus is the beginning of Earth sign. At the same time, for the 18 months period in which Rahu will remain in Taurus, Saturn and Jupiter, for most part of this 18 months, almost 11 to 12 months of this 18 months, Saturn and Jupiter will remain in Capricorn. And that is the peak of the earth sign. The earth energy begins with Taurus and it culminates with Capricorn. So basically the earth trikona, or earth meaning the Sanskrit earth trikona, or the earthy signs will remain very strong during this transit. And one effect of that will be that a lot of economic activities will start picking up overall in the world. And as I said, the transit is happening from Ketu and Rahu moving from Gemini to Taurus. And as we all know, currently the economy of the world has suffered due to various factors, and this transit, especially the later half of the transit when Saturn and Jupiter both remains in Capricorn, should prove to be very helpful in improving overall financial situations. And second most important thing, which probably will apply for everybody, is that because Rahu is moving into Taurus, speech and communication issues are generally going to affect everybody, especially in your business, in your family life. Obviously it will affect more to certain moon signs or certain ascendants, and we will now talk about each of them separately. Now let's begin with Aries sign, and this is primarily for moon sign Aries. It can also be applicable to ascendant sign when it is strong. So for Aries, so far Rahu and Ketu were transiting in the third house, because Rahu was in the Gemini sign, which house is the third house, and Ketu was in the ninth house. Now third and ninth house axis is one of the most helpful axis for nodes, and Rahu and Ketu moving to second and eighth are definitely little bit more challenging than the previous 18 months. And due to this transit, you must keep good care of your health, especially because Ketu is getting into the 8th house, so any old or hereditary problem can resurface. And also the placement of Rahu coming back into the second house makes it imperative for you to be prudent both with money as well as with your voice or speech. Now, as we said in the beginning, that Rahu Ketu transit will only bring about whatever is promised in your horoscope. So whatever we are talking will apply to different people at different degrees. And the good thing about the transit for Aries folks is that Jupiter and Saturn, they both are going to spend most of their time in the 10th sign of Capricorn during this transit of Rahu and Ketu. And here are some important dates. Jupiter will move to Capricorn in November and will remain till April, and then from April to August it will move to Aquarius, and then again for few months between August to November Jupiter will remain in Capricorn. So for a major part of 2021, Jupiter and Saturn will combine together in the 10th house and in the 10th sign. Now the good thing about this is that since Jupiter will be in a trine position from Rahu, Jupiter will have a direct aspect on Rahu, and therefore whenever Jupiter has a complete aspect on Rahu like this, generally Rahu's better qualities are experienced. But since Jupiter and Saturn will be in the 10th house, this will be time for a lot of hard work, and that hard work will result in good monetary benefits, especially during the time when Saturn move to Aquarius, because Saturn will be in the house of gains. So all the hard work which you do in this time will pay off. So overall this will be a beneficial transit for Aries folks, but it will definitely initially bring about a lot of hardship, or not hardship, hard work. It will give you professional conditions where you will have to work hard. It might even give you new avenues of making money, because Rahu will be in the second house, and obviously you will have to take care of your health and speech. Now you can find much more details about Rahu in the second house and Ketu in the 8th house from my earlier videos of Rahu Ketu series. In that I have talked in detail about both these placement, and since Rahu Ketu will be moving to these two houses in transit, you will feel more or less similar effect, but remember the caveat that effects will be according to your personal horoscope strengths. Now let's talk about Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon sign. Now in this case, Rahu and Ketu are moving from your second house to the first house. Rahu so far was transiting in your second and now will be placed in the ascendant or with the moon sign itself, and Ketu will be moving from 8th to the 7th house. Now this is a easier transit. Ketu in the 8th house could be difficult position. In fact, any planet in 8th house could be difficult, Ketu more so. And this transit of Ketu into 2nd will definitely ease out things for you a little bit. But one thing is, Ketu in the 7th house can create some tensions in the relationships and also in the business partnerships. But this will also be time to expand your work base, expand your work life, more so because the Jupiter and Saturn are going to be extremely helpful during this time. For you, Jupiter and Saturn for most part of next year, almost 11 to 12 months, will be in the Capricorn sign, which is in your 9th house. And Jupiter from here will have a direct aspect on Rahu. And Jupiter Saturn transit in 9th house is actually very, very beneficial, especially Saturn being the Yoga Karaka for Taurus ascendant as well. This could, depending upon your horoscope strength, this could pretty much be a transformative time for the Taurus people. And since Jupiter here is the Lord of Sagittarius, which is the 8th house, and Pisces, which is in the 11th house of gains, there could be sudden gains opportunities as well. More so because the 9th Lord Saturn itself is very well placed. Now, as I said, Rahu and Ketu transit, Rahu and Ketu are like accelerators and decelerators. So Rahu in the first house can give you name, can make you famous. Now you can be famous for your good deeds as well as for notorious deeds. It can give you good name as well as ill name. But because of the beneficial placement of Jupiter and Saturn, the chances of you getting good name, good recognition and also good money is more likely during this transit. And to know more about what to expect with Rahu in first house and Ketu in 7th house, please refer to my videos of Rahu Ketu series where I have talked in details about both of these placements. Now let's talk about Gemini. Gemini, Rahu and Ketu so far were transiting your ascendant and 7th house axis. Now Rahu will be going to 12th house and Ketu will be moving to your 6th house. And while Rahu Ketu transit over this 12th and 6th axis, Saturn will pretty much remain in your 8th house for a large part of it. So, and similarly, Jupiter will also remain here for about 10 to 12 months of next year. And in between, Jupiter will travel to the 11th house of Aquarius according to these dates. Now, when three planets, Rahu or three grahas, Rahu and Saturn, Jupiter, are placed in trik houses, Rahu in 12th, Saturn, Jupiter in 8th, this is the time for patience. This is the time to not take any reckless decision. There could be some travel related things because Rahu will be in the 12th house and Jupiter will have an aspect on it. Also, Jupiter's transit to the 9th house will facilitate travels, but even in the travel, it may be more towards carrying out a duty rather than for fun or gains in business. This could also be a little bit challenging time for your maternal relations, and as I have discussed in detail in the videos about Rahu in 12th house and Ketu in 6th house, that this could also be time for change in your social circle, and you should take special care about your health as well during this time because all these three transits can be little difficult. But I guess this is the best use of astrology too, that that the coming time of about 10-11 months, especially look at these dates, could be a little bit challenging, and you play it out. You play it out with patience. Next transit of Rahu and Ketu, when they move to your 11th house, similarly Saturn and Jupiter will soon move out of your 8th and go to the 9th. Those will be great times. Now again, these are the generic things depending upon the strength of your horoscopes. This could be if the horoscope has great yogas of getting inheritance, then this could be a time when you get inheritance. Now inheritance could be result of a sudden event, and that sudden event may not always be pleasant, but depending upon the strength of the charts, these transits can play out, and you can get more details about what to expect with this Rahu in 12th and Ketu in 6th house videos. Now for the Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon sign, Rahu and Ketu, which are currently transiting in your 12th house, from 12th Rahu will be moving to a very fantastic position of 11th house, and Ketu from the 6th house will be moving to the 5th house. And this axis of Rahu Ketu in 5-11 house is also very beneficial, especially since it is moving from your 12-6 axis. So this will be good time for gains in business, definite monetary gains. It will also be good time for very learning new things, good education, though it can also mean giving up on any current subject which you have been pursuing, or any current interest which you've been pursuing. You might get into a new field, and that could be very beneficial. It also is a time when you expand your social circle. 11th house Rahu, 5th house Ketu has great significance in that manner, and you can definitely refer to Rahu in 11th house and Ketu in 5th house videos, where I have explained it in more details and with all the reasoning about how these two planets in this axis works. And you can expect something very similar according to the horoscope of yours to manifest as well. The other good thing is that Jupiter and Saturn will transit over your 7th house for major portion of next year, which will be these dates for Jupiter. And as long as Jupiter remains in the 7th house, which is in the Capricorn sign, that time will be extra beneficial. When Jupiter goes into the 8th house, which will be between April to August for about 5 months, that would be a time where you might feel luck is not favoring you so much as it was during this early stage of the transit of Rahu and Ketu. So that's the time you should be a little bit more careful about your partnerships, both in business as well as marriage. Now let's move on to Leo sign. Now for Leo, Rahu is moving from 11th to the 10th house, and Ketu will be moving from the 5th to the 4th house. That will be the signs of Taurus and Scorpio. And especially with Saturn and Jupiter already be present in the Capricorn sign for the most part of 2021, Jupiter will move to Capricorn in November and will remain till April 2021, and then again from August to November 2021. Now this is the trine which is related to your physical work, your earth trikon, and in that regards your work will become very prominent when Rahu moves to the 10th house, because Saturn Jupiter in 6th house of service with Rahu in the 10th house of work will make work a very prominent aspect, especially in next year 2021, to the extent that it can cause friction in your family. You might end up ignoring or neglecting the needs of your family, and not just that, your own health, because 6th house is also the place of health issues. Now the good thing is the Jupiter's movement to Aquarius, which will happen between April to August, and then again in November 2021, when Jupiter will move to your 7th house and will start aspecting either your Lagna or the moon sign. That will be the time when you might get sudden recognition for all the hard work which you are putting in, and also good monetary gains. But apart from that, the other time period is hard work, and the time to reap the benefits will be this. And for more detailed effects of Rahu and Ketu, definitely please look at my video about Rahu in 10th house and Ketu in the 4th house. Now let's quickly talk about the Virgo sign. For Virgo sign, Rahu is moving from 10th house of Gemini to the 9th house, the Bhagyasthan or house of luck, which is housing the sign of Taurus. At the same time, Ketu will be moving from 4th house to the 3rd, and 3-9 axis for Ketu and Rahu is generally very well supportive. especially so when Saturn and Jupiter for most part will be in Capricorn, which is the 5th house. So the trine and the earthy sign of the trines are very well supported, and therefore this is the time for sudden gains. This could be time when you, according to the strength of your horoscope, gets good gain in your life. Also, when Jupiter moves to Aquarius during this time period, it can be a time for new business venture or new social circles as well. And a lot of significance of Rahu and Ketu, Rahu in the 9th house and Ketu in the 3rd house. A lot of significance I've explained in those videos. Those can fructify during this time, especially so because Saturn and Jupiter will be helpful. Now let's move on to Libra moon or ascendant sign. So for Libra, Rahu was so far transiting in the great 9th house, but now it will move to the 8th house. And similarly, Ketu from 3rd house will move to the 2nd house. And the excess of 2-8 Ketu Rahu is definitely more challenging than the 3-9. Now again, the great part is for most part of next year, Jupiter will be transiting in the Capricorn and will have aspect on this Rahu. So a lot of negative qualities which are generally associated with Rahu in 8th could be well curtailed. And again, this is just a transit position. So the effects of Rahu will be according to the promises of your horoscope. But in general, it can definitely push you towards some or the other kind of occult. If nothing, then it can make you, spend a lot of time on internet or a lot of time just alone or away from people. Now, another thing is Rahu 8th from Moon can jeopardize your decision making. You need to be very careful about any new venture or anything you decide during this time. Again, good thing is Jupiter will have aspect, so situation will not be as critical, but yet Rahu in 8th house can cause some or the other kind of confusion. And if there are any bad habits that you are trying to get rid of, then Rahu coming to the 8th house can show recurrence of some or the other old or hereditary problems. So you need to be careful about that as well. But say if there is any other planet which is placed in the 8th house, then the significance of Rahu transit over that planet will become very, very prominent, especially given that this is the 8th house, which works as surreptitiously as Rahu does. So suppose there is Mercury in 8th house, then definitely you will start spending more time in some or the other kind of reading suspense novel or occult or learning astrology, depending upon the strength of your chart. Or if there are darker influences here, then you might have some incidents, like mugging or theft, etc. So those kind of things need to be handled. Again, you can look at Rahu in 8th house and Ketu in 2nd house video, because a lot of those significance can get manifested during this time. Now let's move on to Scorpio. Now for Scorpio, either moon sign or ascendant, Ketu will move from 2nd house to now come and sit along your ascendant itself, and Rahu will move from the 8th house of Gemini to the 7th house. Now Rahu moving away from 8th to 7th is actually a good sign, and again first 7 axis of Ketu Rahu anyways would be better than the 2-8 axis. The only thing here is, since Jupiter and Saturn are in the 3rd house of a lot of efforts, see 3rd house among other things is known as the house of Parakram or courage, which basically means the kind of initiatives and efforts you take in life. And when Jupiter and Saturn both are transiting this 3rd house, and planet like Ketu and Rahu comes in this axis of 1-7, it shows a need to put in a lot of efforts, and especially during this time there may not be enough gains, or gains will not be appropriate to the efforts you will need to put in. But as Jupiter move into Aquarius sign, which will be during these time periods next year, you will get due rewards for your hard work. So especially the times when Jupiter is transiting in Capricorn along with Saturn, just Concentrate on your efforts and not on the fruits. Fruits will come when the transiting Jupiter goes in Aquarius. Now another important thing is, up to November 2020, Jupiter is going to remain here in the 9th sign of Sagittarius, and it will not be aspecting Rahu in the 7th house. So any decision related to your relationships, be it personal or business, should ideally be made after November, because then Jupiter's grace will fall upon Rahu and it will give you much better judgment in these regards. Now for more details about how Ketu behaves in the 1st house and Rahu in the 7th house, please do refer to my videos which I have made in the Rahu Ketu series. Now moving on to Sagittarius ascendant or moon sign. Now for Sagittarius, Ketu is going to move from ascendant to 12th house in the sign of Scorpio, and Rahu will be moving to the 6th house. With Ketu in 12th house and Rahu in 6th, this is a generally indication where you might feel that competition is increasing for you, especially in the workspace, and you might feel an increased need or a burning desire within yourself to beat the competition at any cost. Now couple this with Jupiter and Saturn for most part in Capricorn sign shows two things. One, it will show some increased responsibility at home, and also it might be a good time for new financial gains or stream of new money can open up, because Rahu in the 6th house generally shows a new social circle, and when such a Rahu is aspected by Jupiter, and Jupiter in the 2nd house can show a earning source coming up due to this social circle change. And Ketu in the 12th house will also show some or the other kind of travel, which could be less of a fun travel and more of either business or work related. And obviously for more details about the significance of Rahu and Ketu in the 12th and 6th house, please refer to my videos in the Rahu Ketu series. Moving on to Capricorn moon sign or ascendant. For Capricorn, Ketu is moving from 12th house of Sagittarius to 11th house of Scorpio, and similarly Rahu is moving from 6th house to the 5th. And this axis of 5-11 for Rahu Ketu is one of the best transits possible for Rahu Ketu axis. Given this, that Saturn and Jupiter are going to spend most of the time in the ascendant itself, because Jupiter will move to ascendant from November onwards and will stay for good part according to these dates of next year. So overall, this transit can bring in many relief and ease in your life, especially the relief from Ketu being in 12th house, and later on in the year or next year when Jupiter transit for some time into Aquarius, this could also give good gains in life. I will not go more into details. You can easily refer to my video about Rahu in the 5th house and Ketu in the 11th house from Rahu Ketu series, and those significations which I have described in those videos can definitely see a big boost in your life, given that Saturn and Jupiter would also be helping in this transit. Now moving on to Aquarius. For Aquarius, Ketu is moving to your 10th house from the Sagittarius to Scorpio, and Rahu would be moving from 5th to 4th house, that is from Gemini to Taurus. Now generally Rahu Ketu in 4th and 10th axis are not too bad, and things should be okay at least up to November of 2020. But in November 2020, Jupiter will move to Capricorn, which is the 12th house, and Saturn and Jupiter, both big planets, will be in the 12th house, and 12th house is the house of long-term planning. And with Ketu here, this can give some or the other kind of changes or uncertainty in work life. Some changes can be experienced related to either the kind of work you do, or your boss could change and things like that. And with these two planets in 12th, it can cause some undue worry. Now good thing is, when Jupiter moves into Aquarius, which will be the ascendant, which will happen I think March or April next year, then things will definitely improve. So you have to be little bit careful between November to March end of next year, those 4-5 months. And among other things, during these 4-5 months, just work without expecting much. Just do your work to the best of the abilities, and don't get into any kind of office politics or any other kind of adventure. Once Jupiter start transiting your first house, that is a very good time to do new ventures or change jobs, etc. So you have to be just a little bit careful about this. And other than that, obviously again refer to my video about Ketu in 10th house and Rahu in 4th house, and those significations can definitely see a great rise. And lastly, let's talk about Pisces. For Pisces moon sign or ascendant, Ketu is going to move from 10th house to 9th, and Rahu would be moving from 4th to the 3rd. And 3-9 axis is another one of the easier axis of Rahu and Ketu, and especially given the fact that Jupiter and Saturn will be in Capricorn for a large part of this Rahu Ketu transit, and the dates are here. Then in Jupiter Saturn in Capricorn, which will mean they are in your 11th house. Therefore, overall these transits are going to be very helpful for Pisces ascendant. Last 18 months with Ketu in the 10th house and Rahu in the 4th could have given changes in some uncomfortable situation in the workspace, especially since Saturn was also traveling through along with Ketu in the 10th house. So the situations in the workspace which were difficult are definitely going to ease out because of this transit, especially after November when Jupiter moves to Capricorn, and that will be the time to reap the rewards of any of the struggles which you have done in past 18 months. And especially this time period when Jupiter remains in Capricorn along with Saturn will prove to be very, very helpful, both family wise as well as work and monetary wise. And obviously you can look at Ketu in 9th house and Rahu in 3rd house video, because those significations will see a good rise in next 18 months in your chart. So guys, this was my very quick high level pointers about how this transit will be for each of the ascendant or moon sign. I will try to make videos about how Rahu and Ketu transit over planets work, because as I said in the beginning of the video, Rahu and Ketu transiting over a particular planet has greater impact, especially during these transits, because that kind of extrapolates the significations of these planets to a great extent. But thank you so much for being with me. I hope this would be somewhat useful to you. If you have any questions, especially regarding this transit, please feel free to put in comments. I'll try to see and answer as many comments as I can. So thank you so much friends, and may the great serpent energies of Rahu and Ketu fill your life with grace and remove all the obstacles. Thank you, and Jai Shri Ram.